Coming to you live from the UTPA Fieldhouse in the three-time All-American city of Edinburgh, this is Bronx basketball. Tonight, the Bronx hosts the California State University Bakersfield Roadrunners in their final game of their first lap through the WAC. Good evening again, everybody. Jonah Goldberg riding with you on Bucky the Bronx courtside as we get ready for the Bronx to take on the Roadrunners at the UTPA Fieldhouse. It's City of McAllen night. City of McAllen will be out here in force. It's also Reading Rally night. We'll be honoring a host of local elementary schools that have been participating in our Reading Rally program, which encourages students to read, and those who met their reading goals all got free tickets to tonight's game. So looking very forward to that, and big props to Sarah Hernandez, our marketing coordinator, for making this program happen and helping to encourage reading throughout the Rio Grande Valley. Well, we start with the Bronx coming off of a 67-53 loss to Utah Valley on Thursday. Game that it was close early, but Utah Valley turned on the Jets towards the end of the first half to push their lead into double figures, and it basically stayed there the rest of the game. It was 32-18 and a half, both teams with 35 in the second half. Bronx won the rebounding battle 35-34. Junior Shaq Bogo led the Bronx with 20 points, 8 of 15 shooting, a career-high tying 3 3-pointers, 3 of 5 from behind the arc. Sophomore Shaq Hines scored 12, 6 of 10 shooting, 6 boards, and a career-high tying 3 steals. Well, despite the loss, the Bronx remain, well, actually dropped to 6th. They had been, I think, in 5th. Or no, they were in 6th. They stayed in 6th, tied with Idaho now at 2-5. Bakersfield comes in at 1-6. They're in 9th place in the WAC. But don't let that record fool you. Bakersfield has played very well. So, 1-6. That doesn't sound very good, right? But all 6 of their conference losses have come by an average of 4.3 points. They've been in every single game. And you look at a loss to Utah Valley, 82-74, so they lost by 8, which was actually their largest margin of defeat in WAC play this year. Lost to Grand Canyon by 3, beat Seattle by 4, lost to Idaho by 3, lost to Chicago State by 8, lost to Kansas City by 1, lost to New Mexico State by 3. So, I mean, this is a team that could just as easily be at least 5-2 as they are 1-6. Had a strong non-conference season. Beat Nevada, Sacramento State, played tight with Washington State, beat Northern Arizona, fell to Fresno State in overtime. Played with Drake in a loss. Played tight at USC, tight at Omaha, tight at UT Arlington. Swept Idaho State, beat up on UTSA, and I mean, really their only blowout loss. They only lost by 18 to Santa Clara, but other than that, they've really been in every game this year. So, you know, you can look at 8-13, 1-6, but this is a good team. Numbers lie. So, but, you know, the same is true for the Bronx. I mean, while their margins of defeat haven't always been quite as close as some of Bakersfield's razor-thin margins, I mean, for any of you who've watched the games know that the Bronx have lost, let's see, how many games that they easily could have won? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games. So, I mean, the same way you could turn it around for Bakersfield and give them a gaudy record, you could do the same for UTPA. And, well, it's not fair to say, well, you know, they would have won those 9 games. I mean, very few teams win all the games that you say they could have won. I mean, that's why you have close games. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. But I think the point is that both these teams better than the records indicate. So we should see a competitive game today. Bronx and Roadrunners been playing each other since the 07-08 season. The Bronx 4-1 all-time against the Roadrunners. Swept the Runners in February of 2008. Dropped a January 2012 meeting, but won a month later, and then won their only meeting here at the Fieldhouse last year, 79-73 in overtime. Justin Leathers had 16 points in that game. 4 Bronx had double figures. Leathers 7 of 11 shooting in that victory. Bronx, told you, are in tied for 6th in the WAC. WAC standings look like this. Utah Valley leads the way, 7-0 record. They're putting that on the line at New Mexico State tonight. That game starting in about an hour. Grand Canyon's at Kansas City. That game starts at the same time as ours. Seattle is at Idaho. That game starts in about 2 hours. I believe they're in the Pacific time zone. So Utah Valley 7-0. New Mexico State 5-2. Grand Canyon 5-2 as well. They're tied for 2nd. Chicago State and Kansas City, 2 teams the Bronx has defeated, are tied for 4th at 4-3. Idaho, UTPA are 2-5, tied for 6th. Seattle in 8th at 1-5. Bakersfield in 9th. They are 1-6. On Thursday, New Mexico State beat Bakersfield 89-86. Grand Canyon beat Chicago State 76-75. And of course, the Bronx fell to Utah Valley 67-53. Bronx this season have found themselves in the NCAA leaderboards. You know, they're ranked 49th in the NCAA in turnover margin, plus 2.5. Not really a surprise. The Bronx don't commit a lot of turnovers. This season, the Bronx have committed more turnovers than their opponent only 3 times. Fewer turnovers 15 times, the same number 3 times. That's a pretty good number right there. Bronx also 69th in total steals, plays hand in hand, 94th in steals per game. Javon Farrell is 63rd in the NCAA in field goal attempts, 80th in steals, 115th in steals per game, 138th in points, 207th in points per game. Jack Boga, 52nd in total steals, 54th in steals per game, 80th in assist-to-turnover ratio. Shaq Hines, 150th in field goal percentage, 244th in total rebounds. Remember, I mean, when we're giving you these numbers, you might say, oh, this is 244th. Yeah, out of how many thousand players? I mean, if you figure, what, 15 players on a roster out of, what do we have now, 351 teams? 15 times 351 is 5,265. So, if you figure there's somewhere between 5,200 and 5,300 Division I players, give or take, to be ranked in the top 250 in any category is quite an accomplishment. But we're up against the national anthem, so we'll take a time out. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups and opening tip. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tack Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tack cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tack Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
First for the visiting Bakersfield Roadrunners. At forward, a 6'6" redshirt senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 0, Stephon Johnson.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you as we get ready for the start of tonight's game between the UTPA Bronx and the Bakersfield Roadrunners. The sound you hear over the music system is "Who Are You" by The Who, and that must mean they're introducing the starting lineups, and we'll start with the visiting Roadrunners. Starting at the point guard position, a 5'11", 165-pound redshirt senior out of Atlanta, Georgia, number 12, Isaiah Grayson. At shooting guard, a 6'3", 180-pound redshirt senior out of Norcross, Georgia, number 5, Zach Lamb. The small forward, a 6', 180-pound redshirt junior out of Atlanta, Georgia, number 3, Javante Maynor. At power forward, a 6'6", 210-pound redshirt senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, number 0, Stephon Johnson. And at center, a 6'9", 270-pound sophomore out of Alexandria, Egypt, number 42, Ali Ahmed. The head coach of the Roadrunners in his third season is Rod Barnes. He's assisted by Jeff Connerow, Kevin Missouri, and Mark Sue. The Roadrunners enter this game with a record of 8-13. They've lost 4 in a row. 1-6 in WAC play. 3-7 on the road, 1-2 on the road in WAC play. As for those hosts, UTPA Bronx, you can line up the usual suspects. Or actually, there is a change in the starting lineup today. At point guard, a 5'11", 170-pound junior out of St. Louis, Missouri, number 5, Shaquille Boga. At shooting guard, a 6'5", 215-pound graduate student out of Woodbridge, Virginia, number 3, Javon Farrell. The small forward, a 6'7", 195-pound sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois, number 24, Shaquille Hines. At power forward, a 6'5", 218-pound junior out of Kansas City, Missouri, number 32, Justin Leathers. And at center, a 6'6", 225-pound senior out of Houston, number 25, Josh Cleveland. The head coach of the Bronx in his first season is Dan Hipsher. The associate head coach is Andy Hipsher, and the assistant coaches are Ellen McCroy and Cody Hopkins. The Bronx enter this game with a record of 6-16. They've lost their last 2. 2-5 in WAC play. The Bronx 1-7 at home this season. 0-3 in WAC play. The officials for tonight's game are Brad Gaston, Ronnie Hernandez, and Joe Wilbert III. The Roadrunners in their road blue tops and bottoms with the white numerals on the front and on the back, white lettering as well, spelling out runners across the number above the front, white last names on the back above the number. Actually, those are yellow last names. The numerals and letters spelling out runners, all in yellow trim. White and yellow trim around the shoulders and the neck as well. The lettering CSUB in yellow with white trim on the back of the neck. WAC logo on the left shoulder. Bronx in their home white tops and bottoms. Green and white striping down the sides. Green numerals on the front and on the back in orange trim. Green word Bronx across the front, also in orange trim on the front. Nike logo on the right shoulder. The tip is won by the Roadrunners, and we're underway, moving from left to right with the runners in blue. Grayson with the basketball, moves left against Boga. Bronx starting out man-to-man. Lamb's got the basketball on the right wing. 20 seconds gone. Now to Johnson at the top. Johnson back to Lamb on the right. Lamb around the foul line against Hines. Tries to work his way in, lays it up. Swatted by Hines into the hands of Cleveland. Dumps it off to Leathers, and back we go the other way. Leathers will take it across the timeline himself. Bronx start up their first possession with 19:20 on the clock. Cleveland with the basketball on the right wing. Pass down low to Hines, who slams it home. An early shock attack, and the Bronx are up 2-0. Johnson, open NBA three at the top. Too strong. Batted out of bounds by Ahmed. And it's Bronx ball. Boga running the offense for UTPA. Pass knocked away by Ahmed, but Boga gets it back in the backcourt. Comes up, passes it off to the left wing. Now comes to the left corner. That's Leathers inside to Cleveland. Cleveland doubled, gives it out to Leathers on the left wing. Up top to Farrell. 10 on the shot clock. Farrell tries to dump it off, and it goes into the hands of Naynor. Back we go the other way. Comes up top to Grayson. Now to Johnson. Chance of defense begin by the cheerleaders. Stage left of the Bakersfield basket. Grayson in front of the Bronx bench, double. Up top to Johnson, 15 on the shot clock. Johnson on the left corner, that's Maynor. Misses. Rebound Leathers. 2 minutes gone by, 2-0 Bronx. Long lead pass up head for Cleveland, who lays it in. Josh Cleveland puts the Bronx up 4-0. Lamb at the top, open look at a three. Off the back iron, Cleveland skies for the rebound. And back we go the other way. Boga sends it in for Farrell. Works his way past his defender, dumps it down low for Hines. Wave off the basket, but he did get fouled, or the basket attempt anyway.
Personal foul is on number 5, Zach Lamb. His first team's first.
Coach Hipsher arguing that Hines was in the act of shooting. Referee saying that the foul was committed before the shot attempt. So it's just an inbounds for the Bronx. Boga works his way to the basket. Whoa, rejection, but picked up by Leathers, and a foul on Grayson.
Personal foul is on number 12, Isaiah Grayson. His first team's
2 fouls on Bakersfield. Bounce out to Boga on the right wing. Hines in the right corner. Bounces to Cleveland. Back out to Hines. Back down to Cleveland. Throws it up, and it rolls in. Josh Cleveland with 2 early buckets. Bronx up 6-0. And a quick answer on the other end by Brandon Barnes into the game. Corey Hall picks up his first foul. Barnes, 8.7 points per game off the bench. He started about half the team's games this year, not recently, not today either. As Farrell goes underhand, doesn't fall. Rebound Bakersfield, that's Ahmed. Grayson works his way in, throws it up, good in the foul. Grayson, Ahmed, Hall, Kinney, and Barnes right now for Bakersfield. Slam, Maynard, and Johnson are on this bench. Grayson hits the line to try and convert the three-point play. 789 free throw shooter this year. 704 are the runners. Free throw's good, 1 point game. Bronx scored the first 6, the Roadrunners the last 5, and now the runners applying a little pressure across the court. Boga fires it ahead. Hines gives it back to Boga, has trouble with it. Gets it back but loses the dribble. Has to pass it, gives it to the left corner to Hines. Hines tries to work his way in, draws the foul from Hall. That's his second. And 4 on the Roadrunners. Hines inbounds to Farrell. There's Boga for 3, no good. Down the rebound. Still Bronx ball. Eric Kinney picks up his first. That's 5 on Bakersfield. By way of comparison, 1 on the Bronx. Hines, stage right of the basket, gives it to Boga. Boga tried to pass it, but it's stolen by the runners. Back we go the other way with Grayson at the top. $15:50 to play. Bronx up 6-5. Grayson went up with a shot and a block attempt. Got a little too much flesh. So that's a foul. Free throws when we return. 15:45 to play in the opening half. The Bronx trail 6-5. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at utpabronx.com.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 15:45 to play. Here in the opening half, the Bronx up 6-5 on the Roadrunners. Josh Cleveland 2 of 2 from the field. Hines has the other Bronx basket. Isaiah Grayson, though, headed to the line where he's already 1 for 1. Trying to give the Roadrunners the lead. He's shooting 2. First one off the front iron. Second shot rounded out. Rebound Hines. Farrell fires it up to Hurley Johnson into the game off the timeout. Now to Cleveland. Cleveland's back to Johnson to Cleveland. Cleveland. Johnson right wing up top to Farrell. Comes inside. Hines hooks it home. Jack Hines is 4 and the Bronx lead 8-5. And Ahmed just picked up the offensive foul, his first. That's now 6 on the Roadrunners. Craig Jones is going to come in. Ahmed takes a seat. Jones 6'8", 235. Ahmed was 6'9", 270. Hines lobs it for Cleveland, who rocks the rim. 3 for 3, Josh Cleveland. 10-5 Bronx. And a steal. Johnson to Farrell. All alone. Slams it home. Time out. Roadrunners. to 5 Bronx. Back-to-back slams by Cleveland and Farrell. And we're back to action with the Roadrunners off their own timeout. Corbin. Kyrell Corbin in off the timeout. Barnes tries a circus shot as he's falling to the ground, getting fouled. Brandon Barnes heads to the line for 2. Hits the first.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 21, Latte Tourman, replaces number 25, Josh Cleveland. And substitution for the Roadrunners, Kyrell Corbin, enters the game.
Both free throws good. And now it's Roadrunners ball off the turnover. Ainer, pass to Barnes on the right wing, to his right to Corbin. Right corner Kinney, top to Corbin. Left wing Barnes. Barnes takes the jumper, doesn't go. Rebound, knocked out of bounds. Bronx ball. Bronx leading 12-7. Hines up top to Farrell. Lob looking for Hines, but it's out of his reach and out of bounds, but deflected by Bakersfield on the way, so it's still Bronx basketball. Hines inbounds to Leathers. The pull-up jumper is short. Rebound to Toivin, but he gets stripped. And Maynor races it down the court. Gets it ahead to Corbin, who gets swatted by Farrell. Head to Johnson. Now to Hines, who lays it in. Hines off to a good start. The Bronx off to a good start. It's 14-7. Thirteen and a half minutes to play in the first. Barnes trying to pass it. It's off of Toivinen's head and ends its way up in Corbin's hands. Now Barnes on the right wing. Pass it up to the top to Corbin. 7 on the shot clock. 6, 5. Coming the other way. Foul on Craig Jones. That's 7 on the runners. Merrill brings it down the court for UTPA. Johnson back to Farrell on the right wing. Thought about it, gives it back to Johnson. On the left wing, Leathers. He takes the three. Off the iron, and the rebound, offensive. Hurley Johnson comes in, lays it up, and in! Great court awareness, Hurley Johnson. The aggressive move for the rebound. And he gets the basket. The Bronx lead 16-7 with 12.5 minutes left in the first. Maynard with the basketball on the right wing. Stops at the top, passes it over to his right to Barnes. Gets it down low. Defensive swarm, but then Jones works his way through the defense for the layup. And it's 16-9. Farrell to Hines, left wing. Sends it over the baseline. That's Leathers. Top of the key, Hines. To Johnson. Ups it into Toivonen. Top to Johnson, left wing, Farrell. Pulls up for an uncontested three. Rims out. Rebound Barnes. Back we go the other way. There's Hurley Johnson again. Lays it in. 18-9 Bronx. 11 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first. Jones, no look pass to his left to Corbin. The top to Maynard. Pulls up for three. Off the back iron. Leathers tried for the board, but he ended up knocking it out of bounds. So it'll be Bakersfield ball when we return. 11 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the opening half, and the Bronx find themselves up 18-9. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Back we are at the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 11 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the opening half, and the Bronx up 18-9. Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to the UTPA women's basketball team who are watching the game from their hotel room in Bakersfield right now. They fell at Bakersfield 82-74. They tied one earlier today. Back to action. Bakersfield with the ball up at the top. That's Grayson. Grayson works his way to the baseline. Out to Johnson. Back to Grayson, right wing. Grayson works his way through, passes it out to the left corner, cycles to the wing. And now the off-balance three for Maynor is short. Rebound Boga. Hurley Johnson thought about it left wing and said dumps it off to Leathers. Now back to Johnson. This time he takes it, and it's a little to the right. Rebound Roadrunners. Grayson bounces it down low to Kinney, who blows the layup. Rebound Leathers, who falls over Kinney, who was laying on the ground. Sends it up to Boga, though, without losing it. Pass is deflected out of bounds by Bakersfield. Still Bronx ball with 29 on the shot clock. Story of this game early on, Shaq Hines, Josh Cleveland combined for 12 points on 6 of 6 shooting, each of them 3 of 3 for 6. Oh, Johnson's had a nice start too, 2 of 3 from the field, 4 points. Bronx are shooting 56%, holding the runners to 23. Farrell right elbow. Takes a step in, throws it up, misses. Dantzler tried the tip. It's just getting batted around and finally grabbed by Johnson. And here come the runners with Grayson. Ball comes inside to Ahmed, playing with 2 fouls. Out to the top to Grayson. 10 on the shot clock. Right wing Lamb. Bounce comes down low to the baseline. Hop skipping a shot by Johnson. Doesn't go. The rebound's thrown out of bounds. I think it was off of Barnes, but they're saying it was off the Bronx. So it'll still be Roadrunners ball with a fresh shot clock. Inbounds to Ahmed at the foul line. Steps in. Pass left. Pass comes up top. That's Lamb. Now the left wing Grayson. Grayson finds room for a shot, air ball, and grabbed by Johnson. Here come the Bronx. Johnson calls out the play, stops at the top, pass over to Farrell on the left. 8:53 to play in the first, Bronx up 18-9. It's the Dantzler on the left wing. And Coach Hipsher calls for a 30-second timeout. 8:47 to play in the Bronx up 18-9. Well, mentioned women's basketball played at Bakersfield earlier today. They were not the only Bronx in action. Men's tennis had themselves a day. Picked up their first 2 wins of the year. Beat Oral Roberts 4-3 in a tight one in the morning. And then came back in the afternoon and swept past Prairie View A&M 7-0. Congratulations, men's tennis, as they even up their record at 2-2. Track and field finished up their competition at the Mass Strider Open up at Texas Tech. They had 10 top 10 finishes and a few school records broke. Today alone, doesn't even include what they did yesterday. They're off to a pretty good start in the indoor season as well. Hard to call it a start. They only take part in 3 meets before the conference championships. Indoor season a lot shorter than the outdoor season. So they're technically 2/3 of the way through. Well, the regular season anyway, as Hines misses the jumper. Or you could call it halfway through if you count the WAC but don't include potential NCAA. Anyway. Toivonen just picked up his first foul. Bronx have 4 by way of comparison. The runners with 7. Grayson running the offense, beats Johnson on the right wing, up top to Ahmed. On the left wing, Grayson, matched up with Hines, top of the key, Lamb. Over to the right to Barnes. In traffic, puts it up and in. How about Barnes? He effectively had 3 defenders around him, shot it over Toivonen. Leathers was standing right next to Toivonen. Impressive piece of shooting there. Olga basketball left wing, pass it over the right wing, Farrell. Top the key, Toivonen, who's left to Leathers. Leathers with 18. Right wing, Boga open looking along 2, is too strong. Rebound, pulled in by Barnes. And here come the Roadrunners, left to right across your screen. Lamb working his way in as the ball tipped on a pass. It comes back out, and now Lamb has it at the top. Bounced out low to Johnson. And a foul. Roadrunners ball when we return. 7:21 to play in the opening half. The Bronx lead 18-11. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Back at the UTPA Fieldhouse, Jonah Goldberg riding with you, 7:21 to play. Bronx lead is 18-11. Ahmed misses on the short range jumper, and the rebound Farrell. Here come the Bronx. Justin Leathers with the basketball on the left wing, steps right. It's up to Hines, down low, that's Farrell underneath, puts it up, has his ball swatted by Barnes, who picks it up while falling on Toivonen, gets it up ahead, and here comes Lamb. Pass out left wing, Grayson for 3, it's good. Bronx lead cut to 4. Led by as many as 9. Last 5 for Bakersfield. Leathers with the basketball on the right wing. Bronx a little bit of a scoring drought. Leathers, the right wing, Farrell. Top the key to Johnson. Leathers along the baseline out to Hines. Bronx last foul kick came at the 11:31 mark. That was 5 minutes ago. Leathers, air ball, rebound Lamb. Fires it ahead to Grayson. Puts it up to Barnes left wing. Farrell out to meet him. Lamb ball right wing, Bronx man to man. Lamb takes the 3, off the mark. Rebound Farrell. Johnson, ball knocked away. Ahead to Grayson, headed to the hoop, and his virtually uncontested layup. Toivonen was behind him, but the only thing he was going to be able to do to try and contest that shot probably would have resulted in a foul. So, suddenly an 18-16 ball game. It's a 7-0 run, and it's lasted almost 7 minutes. So Javon Farrell answers with a bucket of his own, and the Bronx lead 20-16. Barnes with the basketball in the right wing. Top of the key, Grayson in the left wing, Lamb. Top to Johnson, the right wing, Barnes. Lamb fires down low to Johnson. Toivonen rips it right out of his hands and gives it up to Hines. And the Bronx will take it down the court. Farrell slips, so he has to pass it off. Finds Toivonen at the top, who can't hang on. Grabs it at center court. Ahmed falls down, trying to steal it away. Gives it off to Farrell. Telling the shot clock to the right wing, Hines. And Javon Farrell is gingerly limping back to the bench. So an official's timeout is called. To allow Farrell to get looked at by Bronx Associate Athletic Director for Sports Medicine, Jim Lancaster. Bronx are waiting to make some subs, so they make them. 4 on the shot clock. Bogo, the floater, bounces in! 22-16. Bronx now with Boga, Johnson, Hines, Majewski, and Leathers. 4:15 left. Bronx by 6. Ahmed has the ball stolen out of his hands by Hines. To Johnson all alone for the slam! 24-16. Bronx lead back out to 8. Bronx on a 6-0 run. And we're up against the media timeout. 3:50 to play. The Bronx lead 24-16. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself. Creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 3:50 left on the clock in the first half, and the Bronx lead. It's 24-16. Ahmed at the line. That one rims out. It's Ahmed's first trip to the line today. He's a 79.2% free throw shooter. Shot is good. 7-point game. Craig Jones replaces Ali Ahmed. Little pressure by Bakersfield. Bronx get it in. And Boga gets doubled in the backcourt. So he has to fire it ahead to Hines. Hines has the ball knocked from behind. Pass to Johnson. Left corner Majewski. Up top to Boga. Right wing Johnson. Bronx spread it out. Johnson, jab step. Top to Boga to left wing Majewski. Now to the baseline. Hines, the jumper is good. 26-17 UTPA. Kinney, right corner Hall, Corbin, Maynor, left wing Kinney, on the right wing Hall. Maynor for three, it's good. Second three hit by Bakersfield today. There were 2 of 7 there. Bronx, by way of comparison, 0 of 4. 4 different players have missed one, though. Turnover. Corbin's got it. Dumps it off to Kinney. Traveling. Bronx ball. 2:41 to play. Bronx by 6. Boga. Leathers on the right elbow. Up top to Johnson. Out to Boga. Left wing Majewski for three. Got it! 9-point game! With just over 2 minutes left in the half. And there's the Bronx first three. Bronx still shooting 54% for the game. Lighting it up inside. Jones gets it to go. More pressure in the backcourt, so Boga fires to Hines. One shack to the other. Back to Boga at the top. Left wing Majewski, left corner Johnson. Thought about it. And left wing Majewski. To his left. There's Johnson for three. No good. Hines the rebound, but he loses it out of bounds. It's Bakersfield ball. Farrell is back in. That's a good sign. So whatever caused him to leave the game earlier, we hope that means he's okay. Johnson takes a seat. Look at this. The Roadrunners are going to roll the ball out to center court before picking it up and starting the shot clock. Saving a little clock, down 7 with 1:30 half in the first half. I've seen it before. Usually you don't see the ball roll until late in the game. When you're trying to conserve clock to give yourselves more possession to come back. Kinney misses the rebound into the hands of Majewski. Boga, baseline jumper, rattles home. 31-22 Bronx, under a minute to play in the first. Corbin. Maynor. That's Barnes. Now back to Corbin. 16 on the shot clock, 21-second differential. Kinney works his way in, bumps Hines. And Hines gets called for his first foul. That's 7 on the Bronx. 1-1 coming up. Kinney's first trip to the line today. He's a 65% free throw shooter. First one is good. Hall is in. Corbin takes a seat. Johnson waiting to come in for Kinney if this next one is good. 33.6 ticks of the clock remaining. Shot clock will be off. It's good. So Kinney out and Johnson in. And Bakersfield going full court man-to-man. Majewski wants Boga, but Boga slips. Farrell races up the court to get the inbounds, but it's stolen away by Bakersfield. That's Hall. Hall gives it to Johnson at the top, 25 on the shot clock. That's the right wing Barnes. Barnes walks it out with 20. Looks like Bakersfield to hold out for the last shot of the half. Bronx lead is currently 7. Bakersfield can be within 2 possessions if they can make a basket here before the buzzer. 6, 5, 4, 3. Barnes into the lane, lays it up and in. And there's the buzzer. And the Roadrunners have a good final 45 seconds. And they pull within 31-26 as we reach halftime. We'll take a timeout. Coming up on the Bronx Halftime Report, we'll take a look at your first half numbers. Then we'll show you a clip from this week's edition of Bronx Country. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Game of musical chairs going on at halftime right now. We've got the remaining fans in this musical chairs matchup who are competing to win a UTPA women's soccer t-shirts. It's one of the cool Easter eggs of our games this year. We're giving out women's soccer t-shirts to winners of various games. Well, on the back of these t-shirts actually have the home schedule. That is a schedule that has not been released yet, folks. But if you win one of these women's soccer t-shirts at a UTPA men's or women's basketball game, or potentially even a baseball game if we have enough left, you will get to the first look at the first ever women's soccer home schedule. They start up play in the fall of 2014. Let's take a look at some of your first half numbers. We'll start with visiting Bakersfield. Leading the Roadrunners in scoring with 8 points each, Isaiah Grayson and Brandon Barnes. Grayson, 3 of 4 shooting, 1 of 1 from behind the arc, 1 of 3 from the line, a board, 2 assists. Barnes, 3 of 4, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 boards, an assist, a block, and a steal. After that, you've got 4 points for Craig Jones, 3 for Devontae Mainor, 2 for Eric Kinney, and 1 for Ali Ahmed. Runners, 9 of 24 from the field, that's 38%, 2 of 7 from behind the arc, and 6 of 9 from the line. 10 boards, 2 offensive, compared to 19 and 5 by the Bronx. Bronx are led by Shaq Hines. He's got 8 points, 4 of 5 shooting, 2 boards, 4 assists, a block, and a steal. 6 points for Josh Cleveland, a perfect 3 of 3 from the field. 6 points for Hurley Johnson. He's 3 of 5 with 3 rebounds and 2 helpers. 4 points 3 assists, 2 rebounds, Javon Farrell, 4 points, Shaq Boga, 3 points, Alex Majewski. The Bronx, 15 of 28 from the field. That's 54%. 1 of 6 from behind the arc, and they have yet to attempt a free throw. Points in the paint, Bronx leading 22-12. Points off turnovers, the Bronx with 13 points off of 6 Bakersfield turnovers. Well, that's efficiency. The Roadrunners 6 points off of 8 Bronx turnovers. Bronx 4 second chance points, the Bakersfield Roadrunners with none. Bronx 8 fast break points, Runners with 4. Runners with 14 points off the bench, the Bronx with 9. There has not been a lead change. There has not been a tie. We give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter, 31-26, the Bronx lead the Roadrunners at the half. Well, as I hope you all know by now, Bronx are now, what are we, 17 episodes deep into our regionally televised show, Bronx Country, which airs every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel throughout the state of Texas, every Friday at 11 a.m. on Comcast Sportsnet Houston, throughout the week on McAllen Cable Network, Far Television, 956sports.com, and also on our own YouTube channel at UTPABronx.com. So a lot of ways to watch it, whether you are in the Valley, whether you're in Texas, or whether you are anywhere else in the world. We're going to show you what I affectionately call the B block of this week's episode of Bronx Country. The temperatures are, it's always warm, but it's getting nice outside again. And that can only mean one thing. It's baseball season, folks. Or almost, anyway. Ever since Manny Mantrana has been a baseball head coach, he's held something called the Stake Series. He splits his team in two and pits them against each other. The first point is based on fall semester GPA. In this case, the green team won 3.29 to 3.13. The second point is based on an obstacle course, and the third is based on a best-of-3 green and white World Series. The winning team gets to eat steak served to them by the losing team at a team barbecue during the spring. The losing team eats burgers. So, with the green team already up 1-0, the obstacle course becomes a must-win for white, and it was ultra-competitive early. The players from each team had to start by running the stairs in the stadium. They then moved on to hurdles, and then had to roll a tire the length of the bullpen. That led the players to a sprint around the warning track, stopping to jump rope, perform squats, and do crunches. The next step is to get down and dirty, crawling in the dirt underneath a batting screen, before sprinting to the stairs and back to the start line. When the times were all tallied, the white team won with a total time of 49:02. The green team finished in 49:51.
Well, the purpose, obviously, number one is the team chemistry. Let them compete versus one another, cheer each other on. But also, it's an exercise for mental toughness, Jonah. To finish the course, it's grueling, and they did a pretty good job.
Winning the Bronx Challenges is just something else that comes with the territory as far as the Green and White Series. The white team has won it for the last 3 years, so being a part of the white team, one of the captains in the white team, we take it really serious as far as competition with the other guys as well. So, we go as hard as we can.
So it all comes down to the Green and White World Series, and Game 1 came down to senior pitching. Sam Street, starting for White, gets leadoff man Michael Baca to ground out to start the game. Nice scoop by Victor Garcia Jr. on the back end. Street did a great job of keeping the ball down, gets Brian Stites to ground out, and then gets Evan Mason looking. More of the same in the second. Dylan Engelhardt grounds out, Edgar Cordone swinging, and then Blake Thomas on the ground. 6 up, 6 down for Street. Street got all the support he needed in the first. Alex Howe leads off with a single against Andrew Padron. Victor Garcia follows with a single, out to third. And then Alberto Morales flies out to left. It's a sacrifice fly. Howe scores. It's 1-0 White. After Jacob Huckabee gets plunked, Brian Ramirez loads the bases with an infield single. And then Jesus Garcia, Yahtzee. Victor Garcia scores. 2-0 White. 1 out later, Andy Fortuna, good eye. Forces home Huckabee. 3-0 White. Green broke through against Street in the third. Brandon Roush leads off with a single. Omar Avila gets plunked. And then Shane Ammon lays down the sacrifice bunt to put ducks on the pond with 1 out. Next batter, Michael Baca able to poke a nasty offering by Street to short. Infield back, so the run scores. Green within 3-1. Top 4, Green with 2 on and nobody out, and Street having none of that. Strikes out Cordone, gets Thomas looking, and then Avila goes down looking. Street struck out 5 in 4 innings. Top 5, Matthew Harrell takes over, and it's more of the same. Baca goes down swinging, one of 2 strikeouts in a 1-2-3 fifth for Harrell. Green got on the board against Harrell in the 6th. Stites leads off with a double. He'll move to third on a ground out, and then one batter later, Cordone lifts a fly ball to center. That's deep enough to get Stites home. Green within 3-2. That's where the score stayed until the 8th, when, with 1 on and 2 out, Ramirez answers with a double of his own. Scores Huckabee all the way from first base. White up 4-2, and that was plenty for Harrell. Top 9, Cordone down looking. Thomas swinging, and then one batter later, Avila goes down looking. Harrell struck out 6 in 5 innings. White wins 4-2.
Just taking what I do in practice every day, taking it out onto the field, implementing the strategies that coaches try and preach to us, and it just worked out today. I was just trying to get out as fast as I can, make as much contact, and luckily enough, they're just swinging through pitches and watching a couple.
I thought the pitching was really good. Matt threw the ball really well. Sam threw well. Our freshman Tanner Dickerson threw well, and even our freshman Andrew Padron gave up 3 in the first inning, but he settled down and put up zeros the rest of the time he was there. And it was a well-played game. 4-2, well played. So that was good to see. The upperclassmen throw well, like Sam and Matt, and the young guys like Dickerson and Padron throw well also.
I thought it was evenly matched. I think both teams did a great job. We were pretty consistent with everything. We played good defense. Both pitchers on both sides pitched well. We both had timely hits, but I think we edged them out today. Overall, it was a good first day, and looking forward to tomorrow.
On to Game 2, White looking to complete the series sweep, but early on, Green was in control. Pick it up in the bottom of the 3rd, and Omar Avila draws a leadoff walk against Alex Henson. 1 out after a Shane Ammon single, Brian Stites walks to load the bases, and that sets this up. Evan Mason hits it back to the mound. Henson decides to go to second, but the ball goes into center field. 2-run score, it's 2-0 Green. Kyle Tokunaga on in relief. Next batter, Dylan Engelhardt. RBI single scores Mason. It's 3-0 Green. And the way Blake English was throwing, it seemed like a mountain. Top 1, Alex Howe down looking. Alberto Morales goes down swinging. And then Jacob Huckabee goes down looking. Move ahead to the 4th. English still mowing them down. Morales down looking. Huckabee too. But then Ramirez walks. And Jesus Garcia gets plunked. First jam for English. Next batter, Lee Rios. RBI single drives home Ramirez. White pulls within 3-1.
First inning I threw really well. Straight fastballs, everything was working. Second inning went really well. Got some ground balls, caught some pop flies. Everything was pretty much working today. My curveball was really on point. My changeup was low and away, but I made the adjustment. Got out of the inning. Third inning was pretty well. It's got a few ground balls, got us out of the inning. Fourth inning started off real well. 2 strikeouts. Kind of lost focus and gave up 1 run, walked, hit a batter, and then got us out of the inning with 1 run. Gave up 1 run through 4 innings. I mean, I can't complain.
Blake was good. Blake was probably today the only bright side on the mound. He threw a lot of strikes, competed, and he threw extremely well today.
Next inning, Logan Landon in relief. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, no one out. Victor Garcia hits it on the ground. Great play by Baca to nip Garcia, but Jonathan Garza scores. White within 3-2. On to the 7th. Garza led off with a single against Matt Daniels, moved to 2nd on a wild pitch. And now to 3rd. And then, as Morales walks, the ball gets away. Garza races home and beats the tag. Game tied at 3.
It's in the dirt. We're taught to, if we're at first, to automatically go. You know, if it's in the dirt, we got to go. We got to take advantage of those runs they give us. At second base, you know, just trying to get the pitcher off balance, whatever we can do. Try to help the batter out. And on third, just trying to go if it's in the dirt as well, we're going.
Well, that's big because that's a free base that the defense is giving you, and they have to understand that any ball is in the dirt, especially at first base, they have to get to second base. Does a lot of things for you. Obviously, a base hit, he can score, eliminates the double plays, but he did a good job recognizing those. But we have to do that as a team and not just one or two guys.
Top 8, last inning due to time constraints, and Jesus Garcia delivers into the left field bullpen. Only home run of the series, White goes up 4-3.
I was just trying to get on base. I knew we needed base runners, and it was the last inning, and I was looking for a pitch in, and that's what I got. I just put the bat on it. The ball kept on going, and I don't know how to describe this. It was an awesome feeling for me.
Little later on, Jarrett Johnson walked the bases loaded, and Victor Garcia walks to force in a run. And then Morales gets plunked to force in another run. 6-3 White. Bottom 8, Ammon the tying run at the plate, hits it sharply to short, but look at the play by Garcia to turn a double play, ends the game. And then the celebration begins.
We've won it for the last 3 years, so it's just the championship belt that we brought it back to the white team. So as part of one of the white team captains, I'm excited and happy for our guys.
The Broncs open the season February 14th against Texas A&M Corpus Christi, which means it's time to get your season tickets. For just $100, you can get tickets that are good for all of the Broncs games this season. To get yours now, give the Broncs a call at 956-665-2221 or visit UTPABronx.com. The women's tennis team earned its first WAC honor of the season. Next on Bronc Country, we catch up with senior captain Wanda Begelin.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas GMC. Come in today and claim your red.
Try that again. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. Start of the second half, Broncs up 31-26. And it's Broncs basketball now moving left to right across your computer screen. Shaquille Hines, jumper right corner. No good. The rebound batted around and picked up by Bakersfield. Broncs with Farrell, Boga, Hines, Cleveland, and Leathers. Grayson tries the 3 left wing and he hits it. And the Roadrunners are within 2. Roadrunners with Maynard, Grayson, Hall, Barnes, and Ahmed. Roadrunners got the last 2 baskets of the first half, and they get the first one here in the second. It's a 7-0 run, spanning 1:33 of game time. Hines inbounds from the corner to Farrell in the backcourt. The left to Leathers. Up top to Farrell. Left wing Leathers. To Hines at the foul line. Comes in, throws it up, off the window and in, plus the foul.
Personal foul is on number 32, Brandon Barnes. His first.
Barnes picks up his first.
At the line for your Broncs, number 24, Shaquille Hines.
And Hines hits the line. Try and convert the 3-point play. It's the first free throw attempt by the Broncs today. Hines, a 52% free throw shooter this season. Broncs is a team at 65%. It's no good. Leathers, an offensive rebound, though. Ahmed trying to bat it out of his hands. It's picked up by Hall, who gets doubled. And now it's tapped by Leathers. Hines trying to save it. He goes out. It's going to be Roadrunners' ball, but a big round of applause for the effort by the Broncs there. Almost had it on a couple of occasions. Grayson, right corner, Maynard for 3, no good. Rebound out of bounds. And it's still Roadrunners' ball. Minute and a half gone by in the second half, and the Broncs up 4. Ahmed throws it up, no. Farrell skies for the rebound. Boxes out, gets doubled in the back, but walks right past Hall. and races up the court. Past the right wing, Bogo, open look at three. No. Leathers races in for the rebound, but loses it out of bounds, so it's Roadrunners basketball. Craig Jones is in. Ali Ahmed takes the seat for Bakersfield. Grayson with the ball at the top. Maynard. Ball down low. That's a double team. Barnes walks with it and turns it over, and then Hines loses it back to Maynard, who lays it up. Good in the foul. Well, they're calling the foul on the floor. So Maynard hits the line. Well, no, it was a shooting foul. The scoreboard just didn't update. Maynard hits the free throw, and it's a 1-point game. Farrell right wing. It's like a foul away from the ball. I'm screened from what happened. The officials talking it over. You at home may have had a better view than me if we were on the floor cam, or heck, even if we were on the up cam. Foul on Brandon Barnes, his third, second on the Runners, and I guess they're going to review it. Okay, yep, they're going to go to the replay booth to confirm the call, I guess. Shouldn't call it a booth, it's out on the table. After today, the Bronx head back on the road. They go to Seattle on Thursday and then at Idaho on Saturday. Both 9 o'clock Central Time starts. We'll have links to live broadcast and stats at UTPABronx.com. After that, though, the Bronx will play 4 of their final 6 games at home, including a 3-game homestand. February 13th against Chicago State, February 15th against Kansas City, February 20th against New Mexico State, all big games. 13th, it's the Challenge of the Deans. Have a huge crowd out here as the colleges come out to compete against each other in spirit, attendance, and a free throw competition. It's always fun to watch the Deans shooting free throws. It's been a great event the last couple of years. And of course, the 15th is homecoming. Part of an action-packed day, Hall of Fame in the morning. And that's always a great game on homecoming. And then the 20th, hey, it's New Mexico State, the defending WAC champs. Until somebody beats them, they are the measuring stick for the conference. And when I say beat them, they've lost twice this year. Kansas City and Chicago State beat them. But what I mean is until somebody beats them in the WAC tournament, they are the measuring stick for the conference. Boy, this is a long review. I'd love to see what they're seeing. After that, the Bronx go to Bakersfield in Utah Valley, February 27th and March 1st. They're home March 8th against Grand Canyon, 7 p.m. That's senior day. And then it's WAC tournament time. Hey, you know the WAC tournament's over spring break, right? So you're coming, right? Yeah, I'm talking to you watching online at 956sports.com. Spring break, baby, in Las Vegas. Tell me you have somewhere you'd rather be over spring break. Exactly. And while you're there, come out and support the Bronx. Orleans Arena, men's and women's basketball tournaments. You know, you can get an all-session pass for just $165. I looked up the single game prices. It's quite a discount off of buying your tickets at the door. So I highly recommend getting yourself an all-session pass. We've sold a little more than half of ours so far. You get an allotment. Every school gets an allotment of how many they get. So based on that, if you're thinking, well, I don't know, I'm going to wait, I don't know what it's going to be like. Whoa, flagrant 1 on Brandon Barnes. Boy, I wish I could have seen that, but I was screened and I can't see the replays. So Josh Cleveland misses the first free throw. I'm hoping everybody at home got to see it. I don't know which camera we were on at the time, but hopefully you were able to get a good look at it. Barnes did something to warrant a flagrant 1, and Josh Cleveland hits 1 out of 2 free throws. The Bronx lead is 2, and now Hines will inbound stage right of the basket. Hines out to Farrell at the top with 30. Lobs it in for Cleveland. The ball's poked away. And here come the runners. They've got numbers. Grayson tries to lay it up, but Farrell knocks him to the ground. Grayson's going to go to the line. 1 for 3 today. That's Farrell's first foul. Second on the Bronx, both teams with 2, and they're 17:20 to play. By the way, if you need help with your travel plans, we can help you with that too, to go to the WAC tournament in Vegas. Got deals on hotel rooms. I think we can help you book your airfare too. Go to utpabronx.com/WAC. Get all the information you need. A miss on the free throw, so the Bronx retain their lead as Leathers gets the rebound. Farrell's the ball poked away by Grayson. Farrell gets it back, but now Grayson picks it up. Headed straight to the basket, and he lays it in. The Roadrunners have their first lead of the game. It's 35-34. Hines wanted to alley-oop for Cleveland. Hits off the side of the backboard. Hines gets it back, and the Bronx will set up a new play. Leathers layup no good. Rebound gets batted out to Boga. Open look at a 3. Got it! Bronx lead again. It's 37-35. Barnes with the basketball on the left wing. Barnes comes in, stops, pops. Still good with a foul. Barnes will head to the line. Hines has his second. That's 3 on the Bronx. Barnes, 2 for 2 from the line today. Headed back there. You know what's really cool about where the WAC tournament's taking place? Orleans Arena is connected to the Orleans Hotel and Casino. Off the front iron. You don't actually have to walk outside to get to the Orleans Arena from the hotel, the Orleans Hotel. It's quite convenient. And it's not far from the Strip either. Not on the Strip, but it's not far from there. Very easy to get there for your tourism exploits. Corbin in, Maynard takes a seat for Bakersfield. Off the front iron for Barnes. Rebound Hines. Gives it to his fellow Shaq Boga. Farrell. Top of the key to Boga. Left wing Farrell for an NBA 3, too strong. Rebound Roadrunners. Corbin left wing 3. Rolls off the rim. Rebound Hines. Quickly ahead to Farrell. Farrell works his way in. Puts it up. Doesn't fall. Gets his own board. And the bucket! It's always good when the guy follows his own miss. He does that. Ooh. Leathers may have tipped that in. I think they're crediting it to Barnes. 39-37. Foul called. And we're up against the media timeout. 15-18 to play. Bronx lead 39-37. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself. Creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tack Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tack cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tack Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 15-18 to play. The Bronx lead is 39-37. Shaq Hines leads the Bronx with 10. Isaiah Grayson leads the Roadrunners with 14. Boga with the basketball. Trying to give the Bronx their 2-possession lead back, and led by as many as 9. Parallel to Hines. Trailed once by a point that lasted only a matter of seconds. Leathers hits the hook. Bronx lead 41-37. Corbin is right to Johnson. Grayson at the top. Left wing Corbin. Here's left to Johnson. Top to Grayson, the foul.
Personal foul is on number 5, Shaquille Boga. His second, team's fourth.
Boga just picked up his second foul. It's 4 on the Bronx. Grayson, the right wing Johnson. Back to Grayson. Passes it down low and now comes back out. There's the jumper by Johnson, no good. A rebound, Hines. Head to Boga. Left wing Leathers. Sends it inside for Cleveland. Cleveland puts it up, rolls off the rim. That's his first miss. Rebound Runners. Corbin has his pocket picked. Here comes Farrell. One-on-one to the hoop. Good in the foul!
Personal foul is on number 2, Tyrell Corbin.
Tyrell Corbin picks up his first foul. That's 4 on the Runners. Maynor in, Corbin out. Farrell to the line, trying to convert a 3-point play. It's his first trip to the line today. 72% free throw shooter. Got it. 3-possession game, 44-37 Bronx. Grayson. Kickball. 20 on the shot clock for the runners. Alex Majewski is in for the Bronx. Justin Leathers takes his seat. 13:47 to play. Grayson has the ball at the top of the key. Loses the ball. Boga's got it. Coming in 1-on-2. Lays it up. Doesn't go. The rebound, the putback doesn't fall for Farrell. Long rebound batted out to Majewski. Right wing Boga. Plenty of time on that shot clock, and Bronx will start up a play. Right wing Hines. Lob for Farrell is tipped. And here come the runners on the steal. Grayson turns on the afterburners, turns around, feeds it off. There's the layup. It's good for Kinney. And it's 44-39. And the Bronx call for a 30-second timeout extends into immediate timeout with 13 minutes even left, and the Bronx up 5. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
I was just on the dance camp. And that, folks, is why we go to commercial during the dance camp. "13 minutes left. And it's 44-39 Bronx. Bronx basketball off their own timeout. Farrell underneath to Hines, lays it in. Barnes with the basketball on the left wing. Top to Kinney, puts it up, bounces around, falls in. 46-41. Kinney's had himself a nice ball game. He's got 8 now, or actually I guess he only has 6, but it just seems like he's having a better game than that. Of course, not everything is points. Boga sends it into Hines. Back out to Boga, deep 3, in and out. Rebound, batted around, grabbed by Jones. Back we go the other way. Off Farrell and out of bounds. Still runner's ball when we return. 11:47 to play. 46-41 Bronx. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tack Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tack cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tack Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
I think this is my favorite, one of my two favorite songs that our pep band plays. Eat 'em Up. It's classic. That and Hey Baby, they play that at halftime. .11:45 to play, Bronx by 5. Grayson with the basketball at the top. Pass the left wing, Johnson. There's now 15 on the shot clock. Cleveland gets called for a foul. Coach Hipsher stands up, puts his hands up to disagree, but they stick with it. Cleveland didn't agree with the call either. It's his third. That's 5 on the Bronx. Devontae Maynard to the line where he's 1 of 1 today. First is good. You know, it's amazing. 2 more shots left. Bakersfield is now, well, they're now 10 of 16 from the line. The Bronx are 2 of 4. So the runners have gone to the line way more times than the Bronx, but the Bronx are still winning. Shooting percentages are getting tighter. Bronx 48%, runners up to 42. Bronx 6 of 16 in the second half, the runners are 6 of 12. All 3 are good, 46-44. Now Roadrunners going to a full court press. Majewski running the baseline, looking for somewhere to go, finds Farrell. Farrell gets fouled. That's 2 on Grayson, 5 on the runners, 5 on each team now. Farrell coming straight to the hoop, and he lays it in. 48-44. Quick trigger 3 on the other end by Grayson is good. 48-47. And an official timeout as Maynard appeared to be in some sort of pain. Kinney in, Maynard out. Bronx break through the full court press. Not entirely sure what happened to Maynard. Hines misses on the shot, but he gets fouled. That's 3 on Hall, 6 on the runners.
number 24, Shaquille Hines, shooting 2.
Shaquille Hines is at the line. And well, I think he may have lost the contact, because I saw him pick something up and hand it to Javon Farrell to give to our head trainer Jim Lancaster, who has pulled out a bottle that looks suspiciously like contact solution. Hines, though, if it is indeed a contact he is missing, seems to be just fine without it as he hits the first free throw. It's funny, you see Jim kind of standing there with the contact in his hand. He cleaned it off, and looks like he wants to give it back. But Hines is going to stay in. He's kind of got to stand there with it or find somewhere to put it. I don't know if you can put something like that down. It's kind of clear, so you'd be afraid of losing it, I would think. Huh? I don't know. Anyway, a miss on the second. Grayson coming in, and well, that looked like a pretty clean block. Assuming that's where the foul is.
Personal foul is on number 30, Hurley Johnson.
No, it's not. Okay, it's on Johnson. But wait, if it's on Johnson, wouldn't it have been before the shot? Well, I guess they give a continuation. Grayson hits the line. He hits the first.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 25, Josh Cleveland, and number 5, Shaquille Boga.
Cleveland and Boga replace Johnson and Toivonen. Grayson 3 of 6 from the line today. He's got a game-high 18 points. It's the second. We're tied at 49. 10:47 to play. Boga has pass picked off. And an errant pass. Barnes gets it. He tries to slam it. Farrell blocks him! Oh, what a play! Hines gets it down ahead to Farrell. Farrell comes in underneath. Cleveland lays it in! Three ball up for Hall, no good. Rebound Cleveland, here come the Bronx. Farrell, left wing Boga for three, doesn't go. All the rebounds. .10 left, Bronx by 2, need a stop. It's the Barnes. Grayson in front of the scorer's table, 8 on the shot clock, 7, 6, 5. Grayson, the jumper, ties the game. And the Roadrunners call a 30-second timeout. Game tied at 51 with 9:37 on the clock. Bronx have 2 players in double figures. Shaq Hines is 13, 6 of 9 shooting. John Farrell, 11, 5 of 12 shooting. Josh Cleveland on the precipice with 9, 4 of 5 from the field. Shaq Boga's got 7. Hurley Johnson 6. Majewski's got 3. Leathers 2. Isaiah Grayson leads Bakersfield with 21. Everybody else in single figures. Maynard 9. Barnes 8. Jones and Kinney 6 each. Ahmed's got 1. Boga brings it down the court. Game tied at 51. 9.5 minutes left. Toivonen at the top. Toivonen trying to get it off. Feeds Majewski with 14 out of Farrell. He's near center court with 12. Farrell against Maynard. Farrell stops at the arc. Inside to Toivonen. Throws it up. Misses the rim. Rebound Kinney. 9 minutes left. Grayson. And a foul on Boga. Who puts his palms up. As he picks up Foul number 3. That's 7 on the Bronx. Justin Leathers in, Alex Majewski out. Grayson hits the line to try and give Bakersfield their second lead of the game. Their last one was incredibly short-lived. Early in this half, they scored. Next time down the court, the Bronx scored, and then the Bronx have led ever since until it was tied just now, but Bakersfield back on top. Grayson now 5 of 8 from the line. I think it's 6 of 9. Remember, he missed a few early. Pretty good since. 8:54 to go. Leathers. Boga at the top with 20. Right side, Hines. Top to Boga. Boga works his way to the right. The jumper. Back iron. Leathers through his hands. Grabbed by Maynor. Here come the Roadrunners. 8:20 to go. Grayson dribbling it out. Grayson underneath. Kinney lays it up, no good. Rebound, loose, grabbed by Farrell. 8 minutes left, here he comes. Farrell coming straight to the hoop, lays it up and in. Tie game, 53 all. Grayson on the left wing. Top of the key, Hall. Left wing, Grayson. Grayson, the jumper is good. And now Bakersfield's using another 30-second timeout. .7:30 left. Bronx down 55-53. Farrell with the basketballs. We're back underway with UTPA. Hines along the baseline. And now the Bronx will call a 30-second timeout of their own. 7:15 to play with 21 on the shot clock.
30-second timeout, Bronx.
Not the only game going on today in the WAC. Grand Canyon and Kansas City got underway about the same time as we did. And right now, in that game, they have about 8 minutes left, and Grand Canyon's up 53-45. Now we're going to hit our media timeout. 7:05 to play. Bronx up 55-53. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 7:05 to play. 55-53 Bakersfield. And after a myriad of timeouts, we had the two team timeouts. Finally a play. Boga got fouled. That leads to free throws after immediate timeout. And now Boga hits the line to try and tie the game. First trip today, Boga is 74% from the line. The first one's good, 1 point game. Second free throw is good. And we're tied at 55 with 7 minutes left. Kinney. Top to Grayson. Chance of defense from the Bronx faithful. Kinney. Foul. Kinney hits the first. Second one doesn't go. And as Leathers pulls in the rebound, he gets fouled. Craig Jones picks up his fourth foul. Both teams now with 8. And Justin Leathers is headed to the line for the first time today. Leathers, 87% from the line this season, 81% in WAC play. Ahmed replaces Jones for Bakersfield. First one's no good. Will not get a second. And here come the runners. Up by 1. Never led by more than 2. Grayson. Bounce to Ahmed. Maynor. 6, 5, 4. Kinney. Down low to Ahmed. Waits on one defender but gets stopped by another. Shot clock violation. It's Bronx ball. Waited as Cleveland jumped by, but then Hines came in from behind. That's Bronx ball with 6:05 left. Down 1. Leathers, Hines, Boga, Farrell. Farrell, the baseline, gets doubled, turns around, feeds Boga at the top. Now the right wing, Leathers. Sends it into Cleveland. Cleveland, bounce, Leathers, right wing three. Off the front iron, rebound by Hines, puts it up and gives the Bronx the lead. 57-56. Barnes baseline. Pass to the cutting Kinney, who hits the basket and gets fouled.
Personal foul is on number 24, Shaquille Hines. His fourth, team's 9. Substitute
Hines has 4. Bronx have 9.
Johnson replaces number 42, Ali Ahmed. At the line for the Roadrunners, number 24, Eric Kinney, shooting well.
Kinney in and out on the free throw. Rebound Hines. Bronx can take the lead with the basket here. Farrell. Hines. Right wing Farrell. Top to Boga. 11 on the shot clock, 10. 9. Farrell for an NBA three off the back iron. Offensive rebound, Hines. His bucket doesn't go. Rebound Runners, 4:50 to go. Grayson to Johnson at the top for 3. Got it. 61-57. And it is the first time today Bakersfield's had a 2-possession lead. Farrell is it back out to Leathers. Farrell at the top, comes in. Underneath, Cleveland slams it in! 2-point game. Four minutes left. Grayson. Johnson for 3. 64-59. 5-point lead. That is Bakersfield's largest of the game. 3:40 to go. Boga. Farrell. Farrell comes in, stops, throws it up, doesn't go. Rebound pulled in by Kinney. Long lead pass is out of bounds. That should be Bronx ball when we return. 3:24 to play. Bronx down 64-59. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you, 3:24 to play. The Bronx down 64-59. Isaiah Grayson's been a one-man wrecking crew for Bakersfield. 25 points. He's the only player in double figures. Bronx have 3, but find themselves down 5. Hines 15, Farrell 13, Cleveland 11. Brandon Barnes just picked up his 3rd foul. 9 on Bakersfield.
At the line for the Bronx, number 5, Shaquille Boga.
Bakersfield's on an 8-2 run. Shaq Boga trying to change that.
Boga is shooting 2.
First shot is good. Boga's 3 for 3 from the line today. He's the 4th Bronx in double figures. He's got 10. I think that's the 7th time this year the Bronx have had 4 players reach double figures. Second one doesn't go. Rebound runners. Barnes. Ball cycles into the corner. Grayson out to Kinney at the top. 3 minutes left. Grayson on the right wing. Ball comes inside. Johnson. Offensive foul! And Coach Rod Barnes onto the court to argue.
Offensive foul on number 0,
Stephon Johnson, the culprit.
His first, team's 10. Is Bronx basketball.
One on Johnson, 10 on the runners. Bronx can make it a 1-possession game with a bucket here. Leathers, right wing Farrell. Farrell to Hines, baseline jumper, too long. Leathers almost had it, gets poked out of bounds. And it's Roadrunners ball with 2:35 left on the clock and the Bronx down 4. In need of a stop here. Coach Barnes calls out a play for Bakersfield. Grayson is taking his time. Grayson. Barnes. Barnes through traffic, puts it up. No good, but a foul. 2:09 left.
Personal foul is on number 25, Josh Cleveland. His 4th.
Cleveland just picked up his 4th. Bronx have some foul issues. Cleveland and Hines each have 4. Leathers and Boga each have 3, which isn't as big a deal with 2:09 left. Only becomes the big deal if they get 4. Ooh. That one rolled all around the rim before falling in. 65-60. Barnes trying to give the Roadrunners their largest lead of the game if he hits this. 66-60, there it is. 6-point game for the first time today in favor of Bakersfield. 2 minutes left. Barnes, the second Roadrunner in double figures. He's got 10. Boga for 3. Wide left. Rebound Jones. Maynor back to Grayson. Up to Maynor. Back to Grayson at center court. And they are going to review something now. While they do that, it gives each team a chance. Well, Bakersfield's drawing up a play, and as our UTPA. As the refs go up to the replay monitor and effect a free timeout. for both teams. Well, now they're going to the official book and the scoreboard. They're resetting the shot clock. It had been at 16. They're going to put 35 on it. Or not. They're still playing with the scoreboard. Now it's 25. And it looks like everybody is happy with that. I guess the clock didn't reset after the last attempt. So a minute 50 to go, 66-60 Roadrunners. Or wait a minute. One of the officials halts play. As he walks over to the other side towards the table, Coach Barnes of Bakersfield wanted to say something to him, so the official says something back to him and now goes back to the scoreboard operator. Fans starting to make some noise. I haven't the faintest clue what that one was about. Nothing has changed on the clock. Okay. Well, there's 25 on the shot clock. Actually, now there's 15 and a minute 40 left. That hasn't been 10 seconds. Did they change it again? I don't. Doesn't matter. There's 9 on the shot clock. That's what matters now. Maynor, 3 left wing, air ball. Barnes gets it with 3, with 2, passes it with 1. Shot clock violation, it's Bronx ball. Well, I don't know how much was on the shot clock when they started that or how much should have been, but it was certainly the right amount for the Bronx. Minute 24 to go. Bronx down 6 in need of baskets. Bronx 2 of 14 from behind the arc today. But they're 45% overall. Farrell works his way in, puts it up, bounces off the back iron. And a rebound pulled in by Bakersfield, that's Johnson. And now Farrell pushes Grayson in the back. That's a foul, his second. Free throws coming up for Grayson, who's already 4 of 6 from the line. I mean, Bakersfield's 18 of 26 today. It's 69%, but the percentage isn't the big deal. It's 18 makes, 26 attempts. The Bronx are 6 of 11, all of which have come in the second half. Heck, in the second half, Bakersfield's 12 of 17 from the line. First one's good. If the Roadrunners win this game, that's going to be why. I mean, look, the shooting percentages have evened up. It was disparate in the first half, but now overall, Bronx 44%, Bakersfield 46%. But it's free throws, and Bakersfield has shot the ball from behind the arc better. But the free throws are the difference. Bronx called timeout with 54.5 seconds left. And 31 on the shot clock. They're going to draw up a play. It's a 30-second timeout. Bakersfield has outscored the Bronx 12-3 over the last 5 minutes. A little less than 5 minutes. Points the same, though. When that started, the Bronx were up 57-56. But then Kinney hit a layup, Johnson hit a 3. After a Cleveland dunk, Johnson hit a 3, Boga hit 1 free throw, and then Barnes hit a pair and Grayson hit a pair. And So where we are right now, it's 68-60 Bakersfield with 54.5 seconds left. Boga has the ball at the top. Boga into the lane, lays it up and in. Bronx back within 2 possessions, need a stop. Working through, Barnes has his shot deflected, but Bakersfield gets it back. Didn't hit the rim, so the Bronx are going to foul. Or did they?
Personal foul on number 3, Javon Farrell, his third.
Javon Farrell called for his 3rd foul. I think he wanted a jump ball on that, as he and the official are discussing it. Maynor heads to the line, where he's already 4 for 4 today. Chance to become the 3rd Bakersfield Roadrunner in double figures, and he is. 3-possession game. Well, the shot clock is done for in regulation. 34.2 left. 70-62. You don't need a 3 yet, but you're getting close to that area. Boga, NBA 3, off the front iron. Rebound, Hines gets it out to Farrell, right wing 3, off the front iron. That one goes out of bounds off Bakersfield. It's still Bronx ball with 19.5 on the clock. Bronx 2 of 16 from behind the arc, 1 of 10 in the second half. The one make Majewski, who is on the floor. Boga comes in, stops and pops. It goes in. 12.9 seconds left. Bronx down 6. They really got a foul. And Hines is able to grab the jersey of Maynor from behind with 10.4 on the clock. Maynor 6 for 6 from the line. As Hines is fouled out of this game, he's the Bronx leading scorer with 15 points, 7 of 12 shooting, 11 rebounds for the double-double. Hines gets a nice round of applause as he exits the game. Picked up his 2nd double-double of the year. Hurley Johnson is in. So your options from behind the arc today, I mean, you have good 3-point shooters out there. They just haven't been connecting today. First free throw is good, 3-possession game. Majewski 1 of 1, Johnson's 0 for 2, Leathers 0 for 2, Boga 1 of 7, Farrell 0 for 4. 72-64, Bronx roll it a little bit. Boga brings it up with 7. Farrell left wing, NBA 3, off the back iron, rebound Roadrunners. Time ticks off and this game is over. This one belongs to the Roadrunners, a 72-64 victory for the Bakersfield Roadrunners over the UTPA Bronx. Well, Bronx certainly had their chances in this game. But unable to finish it. Bronx were winning most of the game if you were to break it down time-wise by how long they had the lead compared to how long Bakersfield had the lead. I mean, you would give it to the Bronx. We'll take a look at some of the final numbers. We'll start with visiting Bakersfield. Leading all scorers with 27 points, Isaiah Grayson on 8 of 10 shooting. 3 of 3 from behind the arc, 8 of 11 from the line, with 2 boards, 4 assists, and 3 steals. 13 points for Vonnie Maynor, 2 of 7 shooting, 1 of 5 from behind the arc, 8 of 8 from the line, with 3 steals. 10 points for Brandon Barnes, 3 of 6 shooting, 4 of 6 from the line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a block and a steal. 6 points for Johnson, 6 for Jones, 9 for Kinney, and 1 for Ahmed. The Roadrunners shot 21 of 46 from the field. That is 46%. They were 6 of 15 from behind the arc, 40%. And 7 for 50 from the line. Check that. What did I just say? Did I say 7 for 50? They were 24 for 32 from the line. That's 75%. 32 rebounds, 6 offensive, compared to 38 and 14 by the Bronx. Bronx led in scoring. They had 4 players in double figures. Shaq Hines, 15 points, 7 of 12 shooting. 11 rebounds, 4 offensive, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Great game for Hines. 14 points for Shaq Boga, 5 of 15 shooting, 1 of 7 from deep, 3 of 4 from the line, 2 boards, an assist, and a steal. 13 points, Javon Farrell, 6 of 18 shooting, 1 of 1 from the line, 6 boards, 6 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. 11 points, Josh Cleveland, 5 of 6 shooting. Hit a free throw as well with 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. 6 points, Hurley Johnson, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 3 points, 2 boards, Alex Majewski, 2 points, 6 rebounds, Justin Leathers. The Bronx, 28 of 64 from the field. That is 44%, 2 of 17 from behind the arc, 12%, and 6 of 11 from the line, 55%. Points in the paint, the Bronx 42, the Roadrunners 22. Off turnovers, the Bronx 19, the Roadrunners 14. Second chance points, the Bronx 13, the Roadrunners 4. Fast break points, the Bronx 10, the Roadrunners 6. Bench points, Roadrunners 25, Bronx with 9. There were 5 lead changes and 4 ties. We give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter. 72 to 64, the Roadrunners beat the Bronx at the UTPA Fieldhouse. The Bronx fall to 6 and 17 overall. They're now 2 and 6 in WAC play. Bakersfield improves to 9 and 13 overall, 2 and 6 in WAC play. The Bronx are back in action on Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Time, when they visit Seattle University. You can catch all the action. We'll have links to their live stats and their live broadcast from Seattle up on UTPABronx.com, so make sure you check it out later in the week. That'll do it for us from the UTPA Fieldhouse. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. This has been a presentation of Bronx Basketball. For more information, you can log on to UTPABronx.com. If you'd ever like to reach us, send an email. Contact info is up on the website under Inside Athletics. Click on Staff Directory. But for now, for Jim Bob Sides in the control room and the entire camera crew, this is Jonah Goldberg saying good night from the UTPA Fieldhouse. Bronx fall 72-64.